Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Shane here to talk to you about ramen today. Now, we're not going to talk about your mama's ramen. We're not going to talk about Maruchan ramen. We're going to talk about the OG ramen. So let's get right into it. There are four types of ramen that exist: Shio, which is a salt-based ramen; Shoyu, which is a soy sauce-based ramen; Miso, which is a miso paste-based ramen; and Tonkatsu, which is a pork bone ramen. It's made out of pork bone and collagen. We're going to go into it today, but first and foremost, I just want to let you know, if you didn't know already, there are tons of different types of ramen out there. Generally, when you go to Japan, every different region has their own different type of ramen. So wherever you go, you're going to get a different type of broth, of flavors, of seasonings, of how they prepare it. So it's kind of cool. It's its own culture. It's its own style. So I'm here to break that down for you today. So first and foremost, when we're going into making ramen, what goes inside of it? Stock, tare, which is the secret sauce, protein, veggies, and noodles. We're going to go into stock first. No, ramen stock is normally made with fish, chicken, pork, bones, konbu dashi, which is a water mixed with bonito flakes, which is a dried slapjack tuna, and then dried seaweed, which is konbu, which creates a more flavorful and richer broth. And then, of course, when you also make your stock, you're going to be adding garlic, ginger, leeks, carrots, apples, shallots, mushrooms, and onions to it to add earthy tones, sweeter tones to the broth that will help balance out the meatier tones. The second part is the tare. That is the secret sauce of the ramen. It's what gives the ramen a specific flavor. So it kind of defines the direction of where that ramen's going. The different types of ramen we were looking at today, shio, which is a salt-based, shoyu, and miso, are all different types of tare that are explaining what is inside that ramen to give it those specific flavors. You can combine shio with other types, or shoyu with other types, or miso with other types. You'll see that a lot. But generally, this is how you define what type of ramen you're having, is based on the tare. Now, the protein, one of my favorite parts about ramen is the protein: pork belly, pork shoulder, eggs, chicken, tofu, and more. You can add any kind of protein you really want to your ramen bowl. More traditionally, you'll see pork belly and pork shoulder. Now, the eggs is a general staple as well of ramen, especially the soft-boiled variety, where you get a more gelatinous interior. And also, marinated soft-boiled eggs tend to be very popular as well, which if you haven't had before, I recommend highly. Now we'll go into the veggies. The veggies are the most versatile part of the ramen, in my opinion. I mean, you can make the stock pretty much out of whatever you want to, but you can put any type of veggie on there, and you'll normally come out with a pretty darn good bowl. But traditionally, you'll see green onions, mushrooms, bamboo, and seaweed on traditional ramen. I like to marinate my own bamboo at home. Makes it a nice, richer flavor, and you can kind of mix it however you like. Now, noodles is kind of the key component with ramen. You don't use any regular noodle. Ramen noodles are special. They're made with kansui water, which has a higher alkaline content than regular water, which gives it that chewy sort of texture, and also doesn't dissolve as quickly in regular broth as traditional like spaghetti noodles might. Now, that's your basics of what is consistent inside of a ramen bowl. I'm going to give you some tips on how to upgrade your ramen at home if you ever want to use a regular Maruchan packet. So go ahead and just use the noodles that are already in there. They're actually good quality noodles, but you should buy fresh stock instead of using the flavor packet. You can use any kind of stock you like. Add soft-boiled eggs. I recommend cooking them for 6 minutes and then 30 seconds, and then putting them exactly into a ice bath to stop the heating process immediately, and you'll have the perfect egg. Add veggies, any type of veggie you want. You can marinate green onions. You can do all sorts of weird things. Add a meat. Pre-cooked Chinese pork belly is one of my favorite. Make a tare. You can find those recipes online, but that will give your ramen so much more flavor. And then use flavored oils. You can make these at home too. Scallion oil, fish oil, blackened garlic oil. Add a whole nother level of flavor to your dish. And that's all I have for you today. My quick and dirty discussion about ramen, and I hope you found it at least somewhat interesting and a little insightful. And I hope your next dish of ramen is more than just hot water and noodles, my friends. We'll see you next time.